Okay, everybody, welcome back to OCD Hi-Fi Guy. Got something for you today. Pretty killer shootout. Well, let's see. This thing's stuck somewhere. Let's see. Get this back out of this menu item. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so what we got today is we got a shootout. We're gonna shoot out the Denafrips Terminator. This thing has been making a lot of racket around the forums and everything because everybody's talking about what a great value it is. It is a good value. And I'm going to put it up against the best thing I got right now, which is the Vermeer 2. It's a $20,000 DAC. The Terminator, $4,500 roughly. Okay. One thing to point out, though, that is a difference, okay, is that the Vermeer, which is right here on the top, this has inside it its very own world-class level line stage, or so they say. I don't know really how to judge the line stages here because my analog source is not hooked up. So there's really nothing I've got to put into it that's analog to run it through. But they're from Audio Arrow from France, so I'm sure it's a pretty solid line stage. I'll bet it's great. But I just don't have a chance to show y'all. Soon enough, we'll get that tape machine over there running, and then we can run some analog through this puppy. The tape machine is running, by the way, and it's calibrated. I just need to wire it into the rig here. That's easier than it sounds, or it sounds easier than it is, rather. Anyways, okay. So another thing to point out is, okay, so the Vermeer has, I would say, we could easily say it's a $5,000 preamp inside it. Okay, so if we knock, $5,000 off the Vermeer, it's really like a $15,000 DAC. And I guess that's about fair. So what we're using in the interim, this is a Stello. This is a P700. This is a preamp that we're going to use as a line stage 4 that we're going to run both the Termi and the Vermeer through this line stage because the Terminator has no volume control. It's just a Spartan, high performance DAC. That's all it does. The Vermeer has volume control. It also has a preamp. So in order to be fair, we need to run it through a third piece, which is that line stage, the Stello, that's right here. Now, the Stello is a very transparent piece. It's pure Class A. It's 100% discrete, meaning there's no op amps. And it has a ladder type volume control. It is, did I say differential? Yeah, it's completely differential, meaning balanced all the way across the circuit. So it's an excellent, excellent piece, and it's very, very transparent. Very clean. It's a great piece. So we're not adding anything, okay? So when we listen here, we're going to listen between the Vermeer and the Terminator, which is down here. Look, it's just, you can barely see the lights that are on it, but it's kind of a minimalist piece. It's here to perform, and that's it. It's not going to offer any options really other than you can switch the NOS. That's kind of neat. Okay, so you can switch the filtering off on the Denafrips, so it has 0 oversampling and 0 filtration. You cannot do that with the Vermeer. It's quite uncommon to have a switch on there because, well, I guess it goes along with the new R2R fad. The Vermeer is not an R2R, okay? So supposedly the advantage goes to the Denafrips Terminator because it's a wicked R2R and it's built really well. This is a Delta Sigma Delta, the Vermeer, but dude, best Delta Sigma I've ever heard. Like, I don't even know the difference. I don't even know why it's a bummer to have a Delta Sigma. With this thing in the house, it's not, actually. I listen to it all the time. So it's incredible sounding. Only because by virtue of, it's just the easiest. Termi, I pull out here and there. It goes around a lot. It goes for reviews and stuff like that. So it's in and out of here. This is the one that I listen to most frequently, maybe because it's $20,000. And I just figure, well, if it's $20,000, it's got to be better. But you never know. And you'll find out now. Okay. So after this, I'm about ready to compare the two. I will play the Vermeer first. I'll play the Termi second. Next time from here on out, I'm going to stop saying what it is in the video. And then I'm just going to play the two videos and then number them. And then in the end, I'll tell you what they were. That way you have more of a chance to hear what they are before you're biased, okay? Because even though, let's say, okay, so for instance, there's a guy sitting here watching right now. He can't afford a $20,000 CD player or DAC. He thinks it's stupid. Of course he does. It's 20 grand. It's as much as a car. Okay. So he's already going to be biased against this one. He's not going to like it because it's too much. He can't afford it anyways. All he can afford is that one. So when he hears these two, he's going to be biased. He's going to think that sounds better than it does, perhaps. But I'm telling you, my mind has gotten tricked in a lot in here, and I've really realized the strength that our mind and our biases can have, man. I mean, they make you hear things that's not there, and they make you not hear things that are there. Did I say that right? Anyways, so you know what I mean, okay? So next time I will not say what they are. That way there's no bias. You can listen to them openly, make up your mind, and then, hey, it's okay. If you can't afford a $20,000, I can't afford a damn $20,000 CD player, or I mean DAC. I did that again. The only way I'm getting this damn thing is if someone trades it in, which they did, and then I, traded against a piece that I traded cables for, that I, did just trust me. I didn't just go out and buy this stuff. It took me years and years and years of trading and cobbling this thing together. I started out rubbing 2 nickels. I started out in this business selling 2 motorcycles. I sold my prized possessions, my Ducati and my Triumph, so I could go make cables, man. And I put all my eggs in one basket and rolled the dice. I thought I could do it, and I did. So, anyways, here we are. So don't be worried if you think you can't afford this stuff. You can eventually. If you just, you nudge it up a little higher, spend a little bit more on the next piece, sell it on AudioGun, and then throw in a little cash, and you get one piece up a little higher. You keep doing that, and before long, you've got some killer gear. So I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to do the testing against the 2. We'll do the shootout. I'll put on the marks here in the notes so you can fast forward out of my talking and go right to the music. So look in the notes that I have on this video, and you will be able to just type in. Actually, you can highlight right where I put I'll put 137 or whatever where the music starts. Just press that in the notes and highlight it, and bam, you're going to go right to the music. And I'll give you 2 points so you can go right and you can go back and forth between the music, between Terminator and the Vermeer. So you know what we're playing. Oh yeah, the server, the source. The source is right here. It's a Mike Powell server. Mike Powell is me. I built this thing, okay? It's pretty damn good. I just got to tell you, it's not that hard to make a kick-ass sounding source. People would have you believe you got to buy $8,000 thing or whatever. No, I don't think so, man. It's just you got to be not afraid of putting together a damn computer. And they're not that big of a deal, but they are smart. This thing computers now compared to what they used to be, it's crazy, okay? And they're teeny. Some of them are very, very small. That's a big dog. In the world of computers, this thing's a powerhouse. Okay, but anyways, so that's what we're listening to via USB. So we're going to go USB down to the Termi, USB to the Vermeer, and here comes the music. Hey, something I forgot to mention, because to be fair, okay, Terminator has created an unfair space in the market, okay? Really, if we want to, and I forgot to mention this, if we want to be fair, Terminator's selling at wholesale value, okay? So Terminator is selling at half of what it would really cost if the dealers were selling it to you. Okay, so that means Terminator's really a $9,000 DAC. You're getting it straight from the Chinese factory, so it's $4,500. Nobody does that, okay? It's the first time in history. That's why this thing's $4,500, because believe me, it's a $9,000 DAC. You'll hear it in a second, all right? So if this is a $9,000 DAC, at retail, then we could compare 9 to 15, or we could say the 15, because we took 5 off this for the preamp or the line stage that's in it. Really, it's a $9,000, or I'm sorry, $7,500 is half of the 15K. So if we want to do apples to apples and truly be fair, okay, then we must value the Vermeer at its wholesale value, which would be half off retail, we'll say. So that makes us compare a $4,500 DAC to a $7,500 DAC, okay? But the only problem is you ain't buying that thing for $7,500. you are buying that for $4,500. So I just want to make that distinction, because otherwise it looks pretty out of whack. It looks like the $20,000 DAC is a total ripoff. They're ripping people off. Well, you know, let's take everything into context. This thing has dealer margin and distributor margin all worked into it. This has zero. So just to be fair, so that you know these companies with the nice expensive stuff, they're not ripping people off. They have to put in dealer margin. That's the way the cookie crumbles and the world turns. But are the dealers all going to go now? I don't know. But, you know, Denafrips is taking a stab at it, man. They're going where no man's gone before. It's pretty risky. They're selling direct from China. That's pretty risky, man. But it looks like it's working well. So if you're even thinking about one of these and you're wondering if it's too expensive for $4,500, first of all, you can't afford it, because $4,500 ain't shit compared to, I mean, my power cords are $4,500. Okay, so again, I'll chill out. I know. A lot of people work hard for their dough, and I understand. So I'm in an area where I'm so used to this damn cost of this stuff that it doesn't matter. Now, you guys that I was just talking about, that work hard for your money, and $4,500 is a lot. Let me ask you guys, okay? How many of y'all got beer can collections? How many of y'all got Harleys? How many of y'all collect coins or stamps or other crap and stuff that really mean nothing? Sports memorabilia. How many of you collect signed sports memorabilia? Okay, so any of that stuff that you guys that are crying about, a $4,000, power cord, $4,000 DAC, why don't you look at the stuff you collect that I think is retarded, like signed sports memorabilia. I think that stuff's a joke. I used to sell it and laugh. $10,000 for a freaking Michael Jordan signed basketball? That's a laugh to me. But anyways, look at your collections. Okay, I don't collect anything else. This is all I do is audio. Most of the people I know that are audiophiles paying for this stuff, that's all they do. They don't have these extraneous collections. They don't have guitar collections. They don't have the other stuff that you guys do. So let's all put it into perspective. We're not that crazy. If spending $4,000 on a DAC, if you're not crazy, spending $4,000 on a signed Babe Ruth baseball or whatever the hell. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Some say I'll be better without you, but they don't know you like I do, or at least the size I thought I knew. I can't bear this time. It drags on as I lose my mind, reminded by things I find.
This is a $20,000 DAC.
Some clothes you left behind. Wake me up.
Powered by
Wake me up when all is done.
Vera server.
I won't rise until this battle's won.
And USB.
My dignity's become undone, but I won't go. I can't do it on my own. If this ain't love, then what is? I'm willing to take the risk. I won't go. I can't do it on my own. If this ain't love, then what is? I'm willing to take the risk. So petrified, I'm so scared to step into this ride. What if I lose my heart and fail the climb? I won't forgive me if I give up trying. I heard his voice today.
This is a Vera server. USB to the Termi.
Some say I'll be better without you, but they don't know you like I do, or at least the size I thought I knew. I can't bear this time. It drags on as I lose my mind, reminded by things I find, like notes and clothes you left behind. Wake me up up when all is done. I won't rise until this battle's won. My dignity's become undone, but I won't go. I can't do it on my own. If this ain't love, then what is? I'm willing to take the risk. I won't go. I can't do it alone. If this ain't love, then what is? I'm willing to take the risk. So petrified, I'm so scared to step into this ride. What if I lose my heart and fail the climb? I won't forgive me if I give up trying.